So much beauty up here on the quilting bed. Excited to bring this to you. Carol brought this over. She's actually going to put it into the show here in town. Going to be exciting. She's calling this one Blueberry Buckle. That's what the name of this quilt is that she's put together. It's actually a block of the month. She's popped it all together right here. This girl's not small, I'm telling you what. She's 100 inches. Let's see, she's 100 inches this way by 106 this way. Now, I know that's the case because the backing is 108 and the quilt is just barely going to fit. And this way, she's got me a backing, which is wonderful because it's about 113, 14 going this way. So I'm glad she got some extra backing. That's great. Ideally, even with a backing that's 108, if your front is 100, that's just barely going to make it because shrinkage on the front in relationship to the stitching and the batting that's in it is going to cause the front to be different than the backing. And when I get to the end, I won't have quite enough. So ideally, what would have been great is to put leader fabric on the top and the bottom up where of the backing, up where the selvages are. And then that could have been used to grip with. As it is, what I did is I gripped as close as I very could on my red snapper, so the selvage is literally under here, and I've rolled her and measured her, found out I thought she's going to be a little tight, so what I'm going to do is start as very top as I possibly can. So there's a lot to think about as the long armor, and a lot of that is what you're paying for. You're paying for my expertise, for my understanding, for my ability to shift your quilt so it's going to work out as best as it can. I've had to base it on here twice. This is an enormous quilt. All in all, that's taken me over an hour to get this quilt prepped. And so all of that gets figured into it. You're paying not just for the product itself, but for the expertise, for the time, for the understanding, for the machine, for everything that goes into it. So something to think about when you're talking about somebody's craft. Now, being such a large quilt, we chose to go with my lighter weight batting. I am all about it. I think that's a great idea. If you have a very large quilt, using a lighter weight batting is a nice idea. Also, a very small quilt, like a baby quilt, can create so the baby quilt isn't too heavy. It's also adding some nice loft to the quilt, which I think is really fun because it's adding some dimension to the quilt that can look a little bit flat. We're using my paisley feather design. Love it so much. Doing it in my Harbor Sky color of thread. Very beautiful. She said it already has enough purple. She's given this to her daughter who does love purple, but she said it already has enough purple. Let's mimic the color of kind of the soft, dusty blue that's in here. Backing is also purple, so one, we're going to see nicely how well this is going to show up. Plus, daughter's going to get plenty of purple there as well. Let me show you the pressing job on here. I mean, this girl is just singing. I'm just happy about it. Happy, happy, happy. She has all of these flying geese. She has half square triangles. She has pin ties. It's out of my head for a second. Popping that together, and look at that. So many seams pressed open. Woo! This girl is happy, happy, happy. So my honey's going to be able to stitch over it much easier if you have those seams pressed open in areas that are a little bit challenging. Questions, thoughts? Pop them up. Let's start a conversation. Follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. Same name as I have right here. Happy to help you out with your quilts. Excited to get you to send me a quilt over here to Brenda's Quilting Studio. I can get up on the quilting bed right away. Have an amazing day.